But how long is it to get to?
To get to here?
Yeah, from over there.
From over there, it's just like a day, maybe.
Same time zone, or they have kind of their own.
It's a day by
daylight
jet,
savings? Okay.
so it's pretty far.
Do these penguins fly to and fro?
Yeah, business class mostly.
No, so the fancy.
They are fancy. They're quite wealthy. They're a bit like dragons in that way. They have their sort of hoard of gold. Originally in Lord of the Rings, it was about penguins. It was about a big penguin. Like a big penguin.
But they had to change it.
They had to change it because people don't like I said, they don't know what a penguin is really.
Yeah. There might be
most people
some
think of them as
lawsuits.
these sort of black and white tuxedoed bird-like creatures, but they actually are like kind of scaly.
Ooh.
And have beaks.
Beaks.
Yeah. So that part's right.
I've never heard of a bird having a beak. That
I
just
know.
sounds plain ridiculous. And what led you into these studies of these creatures, these unknown henchmen, so to speak?
I was really interested in the the effects of modern life upon the body. of
Which is
birds.
also unknown.
You don't know what it does. What is this doing? I don't know what this thing is.
It just goes.
Is this like a laser?
It goes. It's like if you type in the right combination, it's like people use it to stretch.
You stretch?
Something like that.
Stretching?
I'm kind of afraid to mess with it, honestly. I
get
saw
it?
somebody lost a finger last time. I think they call them. I think they call them mics too. Like, are you guys related? You and the mic?
We grew up together.
So were there like pulsating like ancient sounds from this incubated 100-year-old egg, or what was like the process? All I know is there's some speculation from like birth.
There's like a strange clicking sound. It's like a click. It's like somewhere between a click and that sound when you leave a TV on, but there's nothing on the TV.
Like
That just like that slight, really high pitch, like there's something on.
like right when it's turning, when you
Yeah.
leave it on or when you turn it off?
When you turn it off, that like.
When it goes.
Yeah, and you like barely hear it. It's
Yeah.
like that, mixed with like a chirping click.
Chirping.
So it's quite strange. We actually don't know what's in the egg. Like I said, I'm hoping for monkeys,
Have you
like
tried,
twin
Have
monkeys.
you tried like X-ray, or have you heard like ooh ahs, or like bananas?
It's actually made of lead,
lead egg.
so there's no. You can't really see in it.
Well, I'll be a son of Sam. That
I know
just-
it's kind of crazy.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Have you thought of
Uh-huh.
entering it in? I hear they got a sweepstakes going for.
They do. We won last time because of the lead egg.
Oh, so it's already in there.
So that's what most of our funding comes from. Ripley's Believe It or Not, actually,
Okay.
and The Onion.
Man, I don't believe it. Where do you guys keep this egg? Like, where's it being incubated? Are you allowed to disclose such information, or is it confidential?
Wait, where do we disclose it?
Are you allowed to disclose where this egg is being kept?
Where it's being kept? Well, like I said, Antarctica, in the subterranean sub-basement
Do people ever like
of Antarctica.
bring subs down for lunch, and then they lose track if somebody can't make it to work? They have to get a sub in, and all of a sudden
There's a lot of subbing
the
going
eggs have
on.
gone nuts.
Subs, submarine sandwiches. Sometimes we get heroes, like hero sandwiches.
Like people trying to like,
Or like a-
show up and like just like figure everything out, trying to save.
Or like a grinder. Like a grinder sandwich. There's
Like-
a lot of interesting music that they make.
The eggs?
The eggs.
Yeah, you said it was like the TV going off or something. Is it? Have you hooked the egg up to any computer like the
We
birds?
have, and it's sort of like the best noise show you've never been to. It's like power electronics. It kind of sounds like. It's like that.
Goddamn.
Sometimes ambient.
What do you guys do with these? Have you tried like deciphering these, or do you send send out these sounds to other labs for further analysis?
We beam them out into space mostly, and then the president gets a copy of every. We prefer to call them live sets when we hook it up to the computer. And president gets a copy of that. He's a big noise fan, big noiser.
So he's got like the 5-7 inch collection or something. It was
They're all lathe cut.
ah.
Lathe cut 5 inches is what we mostly do. So only Obama's the only one who listens to him.
What do you
He
think?
can play them maybe like 20 times, and that's about it. But I heard he just listens to them once and burns them, so I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's got their preference.
Yeah.
Burning. I like to drown my music when I'm done with it.
He's not allowed to sell them on
honestly.
eBay, though.
Oh yeah, well, I would imagine it's
To
just
keep it DIY,
the contract you sign as a president
DIY.
with music.
That's right.
Antarctic ancient music.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to the Tropic of Capricorn, you think the moon's really gonna start killing people?
The moon?
Yeah.
I don't know if there is a moon.
Yeah, was it like an egg up there?
I don't know. I mean, my uncle used to say it was just his ass, in the sky. He said, I don't know why they made a big deal about the Apollo landing. They just landed on my ass.
It sounds just like a really big hole in that story.
No, I don't know. He had a big ass. So, I never saw it at
Sucks you-
night.
Just sucks people in.
Just sucks them in. Sucks. Pulls. It's more of a pull.
the black mooned asshole. Craters. The Lost Ark.
Mm-hmm. No, but, the moon has been known. I mean, it changes tides, right?
Tides
And there's some
time.
sort of moon magic, like a magic.
Well, it's just witchcraft, right? I
It's-
thought
it's-
witches were
It's
all
a
doing
bit
that.
witchy
Yeah.
and bewitching.
Bewitches you. You become entranced, and you take your chance when you dance with the tides of the ocean.
That's
It
right.
Stirs up any commotion in anybody's given blood. That's why I like to keep all my blood outside of my body.
How do you do that?
I used to have like a couple of vampiras come in each night, to keep me drained, and then
Couple
once-
vampires,
once
vampiras, couple Draculas.
Yeah, a couple of Draculas, drag racing Draculas with Vampira, and
You got a slam in the back of that one.
yeah, it was good times. And the climate here is a little bit drier, so I was starting to shrivel up, and I was becoming mummified, and that's actually why I had to live in this climate-controlled environment, and I became interested in colder, wetter climates, and my fascination with Antarctica is what led me to discover your profession in this urban legend of penguins. So now I've been kind of like growing these life-form plants that are found on one of Pluto's moons, actually, where the moon vampires used to live before their planet was invaded by astronauts. And so I grow these plants that have hemoglobin, and I consume those for the time being. But if I don't help these moon vampires get back after retrieving the Amulet of Infinity and such, might have to move back up north and continue the vampires.
The vampire thing?
Yeah.
What is this space that we're in here? I noticed, I don't know if the viewers out there
These
can
are
really
just some
see.
molecules.
We actually shrank down to do this, right? It was
We shrank
part
down.
of
I had
your
a
thing.
stick of dynamite, and then I just, blew them up to larger proportions to, gain distortion on this. Since why not?
It's a very confusing space. Sometimes sitting here, I can't really tell what's up and down.
Well, there is none. There is no up nor down. I mean, I guess there's still left and right of hands, from my understanding. But I just wanted a real in-depth interview, so I figured we'd take it to a molecular structure.
That's right.
So-
that's the best place to do it.
How are your atoms these days?
My atoms, they're held together, but the strange thing is that they're not any place in particular until you see me.
Weird.
Yeah, it's really strange. So until you're looking at me and there's a camera on us and the sound recording device, but if these weren't here, I don't know if I would be here.
it could be arguable that we only exist as these imprints anyways, and that what people may or may not be watching is simply that, and that this was never even recorded because
I'm not sure if any of this exists.
just waves of light beaming up and down, seeming to sew some sort of gown, tying smiles around, sound
all around.
So anyways,
Yeah. So I heard you had some more questions.
yeah, I had some questions, but I'm hesitant to ask them because I'm just not really, I'm not sure.
Are you afraid?
We can have the answers on. Well, we have children watching. This is a children's program for
You didn't tell me there
infants.
would be children.
Well, they're not necessarily children. I mean, they're children, but they're children that remember the last 862 past lives.
Whoa.
So they're more mature than the average human. Their vocal cords aren't really. They're still, it's tricky. They're still developing, and some of them kind of stress over it and die instantly.
Instantly?
Yeah, like they're being born and dying upon watching this. Like this goes out to multiple cameras to which infants are being born, trying to pull what they need from this video to take on to their next life, but they're in such a rush they just sometimes say fuck it and fuck it up and instantly die. So this is all that they're perceiving 1 second at timelessness.
So are you saying we're being watched by many thetans?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's strange.
I don't know what that word means.
It's
Satan.
Thetans are little aliens. I don't know if we might actually be beaten up by Scientologists if I tell you about it.
Well, I've been trying to provoke a fight with them for years.
Well then,
They declared a war on Death Cat as well. once.
they're tiny, invisible little aliens that are inside all of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought those were mice, like invisible mice.
Well, some people think they're mice, and some people think they're those weird, like spider creatures that live in your pores. But actually, they're tiny dead alien souls that cling to your body, and you got to get them out of you because they get in the way of whatever it is you're trying to do with your life. At least
fuckers.
according to the church.
For reals? That's what they say?
That is what that's right. But only you have to pay $200,000. I'm actually
to remove
giving,
these little aliens.
well, to remove the aliens and also to find out that they exist, you have to pay $200,000. So I'm actually giving this information out for free. They'll deny it, but that's only
If you pay
until
for it,
you
then
pay
they'll say
for
it's
it,
okay.
and then it's okay. And yeah, they're crawling all over you. They hook you up to that the e-meter, and you hold it, and it goes all crazy. And then they ask you questions like,
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
"Do you love your mother? Do you love your mother?"
And you're like, you have this
What's your
many,
name?
You have this many aliens blocking you from loving your
Yeah.
mother, or this got in the way of
Envision
this.
a space.
Yeah, we just call that bad karma.
Envision a space.
The moon.
Envision a space.
Or
The
your
space
uncle's
has
ass.
the space has 4 walls.
How come 4?
It has 4 walls. Make those walls 8 walls.
What about no walls?
I don't know, man.
So, from my understanding is that Scientologists
Have you
are
eaten
actually
your parents?
tattoo artists.
They are, some of them.
I've eaten a few of my parents, but they don't really agree with my stomach. And
Have
that's
your
kinda my way
parents
to
eaten you?
falling out. My parents have eaten me out
Okay.
of an appearance.
That's very dirty.
Yeah, well, we didn't.
There are
grow up with
children.
Soap. Can't say soap around Scientologists. Can't use the word soap and Scientologists in the same paragraph,
This is true.
or else they actually have to hang themselves
Mm-hmm.
from the umbilical cord of their firstborn child
Mm-hmm.
after they have fully undergone penetrating it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just is how they are.
It's often Tom Cruise that eats the babies.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures on the internet. They're all over the place.
Mhm.
Right when he was, I'm not gay.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time.
This is right.
But what I can really respect with Tom Cruise is he's always good at like keeping his emotions in check and communicating with people as if everybody is like a human being that he sees as equal to himself.
That's right. He also refers to himself in the third person by his initials.
How selfless.
I know.
Hey, actually, those are kind of my initials too. Weird.
So, you know, how do you feel about like eyeballs?
You know, they're always looking around, popping out. You know, I wear them.
Yeah? Are they your original ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. These are the original ones that I got them at a garage sale when I was about 19. And, you know, I'm not one of those people just born into life with a pair of eyeballs.
I
you
know.
Like some people just take it for granted.
Are they made by like Sony, or are they old like RCA?
They're tube ones.
Okay, tube,
I think they were PV. I actually had to repair them a couple of
A lot,
times.
probably,
So now
yeah.
it's got some like Line 6 shit in there.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
you don't see so good.
Yeah. That's why I got the lenses.
I got the analog kind. It's all analog, guys.
Okay.
So it's got like a warmer kind of vision.
Warmer vision.
This is warmer.
So you just see everything kind of in like a orange tint.
Slightly orange, yeah. It's like a 3300 Kelvin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Kelvin. Well,
It's like an incandescent kind of.
every time I talked to Kelvin, he was just going on about Fahrenheit and
I
how
know.
like he couldn't like
And Celsius.
Celsiate. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. These guys were a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, I got the digital ones in there, so everything's kind of like a cool
Like
color.
a-
But because it was tube
Kinda
originally,
greenish tone,
it's
right?
kind of purple now, with the warm and the cool. But yeah, awkward.
That's right.
It's making me feel uncomfortable. Oh my god. Oh my god.